serious?
What is up, YouTubers? GepRC in the house. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I got me a box from GepRC. And if you follow my channel, you probably know that that's one of my favorite brands, at least in FPV, right? So this box contains an FPV brushless quadcopter, a digital quadcopter at that. Yeah, so it's the Cinelog35. And in this video I'm gonna show you the quadcopter, we'll also do a test flight and I'll give you my first thoughts on this quadcopter. So it's a mini review. Yeah. In future videos, I'm not completely sure what kind of videos I'll be doing. It depends on how well it works, maybe, right? So, okay, so let's have a looky. If you are unfamiliar with GepRC, you haven't seen this before, maybe. All GepRC quadcopters of late are shrink wrapped, as you see it here, which protects the quadcopter nicely, and it's also packaged in foam. Well protected. Very nice packaging, well done GepRC. Oh, by the way, I won't be doing a box to flight video this time because, well, basically GepRC passed with flying colors last time. Usually their ready to fly quadcopters work out well. And this is a bind and fly, ready to fly quadcopter. It comes with a receiver and again it's a digital quadcopter. Okay, let's first see what comes with this Cinelog35. Alright, and here is that Cinelog35 again. I thought I'd quickly tell you why I actually ordered this here quadcopter. I did order it with my own money, so I am actually hoping that this will be a Cine Racer. So not so much a Cine Whoop, which are not the best flying quadcopters, let's be honest. I'm hoping this will be more agile. It does have prop guards, obviously, but not ducts, and they shouldn't catch a lot of wind. And so, yeah, again, I'm hoping this will be a juicy flyer. Pretty fast, maybe, and you can fly it in the woods. It'll knock branches out of the way. And it looks nice, I think. These whoops have some shape to them. They could have just made round hoops, but they made some subtle changes to make it look a little bit better. So that's, in my humble opinion, nice. Also, the entire camera assembly here is suspended in rubber, which should help at least the captured video. But yeah, also that might actually make it harder to tune this quadcopter because your FPV camera is also mounted in rubber. We will see. Maybe it'll fly great right out of the box. Yes? Okay, so that's why I ordered me this quadcopter. Let's see what came with this quadcopter. Alrighty, first thing we're gonna have a quick look at is their documentation. And I'm actually a little bit impressed here. Very well done by GepRC. You get, well, this is the manual of the Vista set that comes with every DJI setup. So you've seen that before. You've got some decals, nothing special there. Even though I do appreciate decals. Then this is again well done. This is documentation for the electronics in this quadcopter, and that's an all-in-one flight controller, an F7 flight controller at that, so that's nice. But as you can hopefully see, diagrams of how everything is connected. Now this is a ready-to-go quadcopter, so it's not really needed. But it's, if you want to work on your quadcopter, this is definitely nice. And okay, this is in Chinese and in English. How to hook up receivers, the DJI stuff, LED board, so that's nice if you want to add LED boards, and how you can attach GPS. There's no GPS yet on this quad, so if you want to add that, that's nice. So again, very well done. Then there's this. And I'd say that this is above and beyond. This is again in Chinese and English. This is the Chinese part and English. Quick start guide. And here you can see sections of beta flight, of how to set everything up. Also screen captures of radios, OpenTX captures. And this again, very, very nice and detailed. They've stepped up their game in the documentation department. This is, yeah, Better than I've ever seen, actually. So, very, very nice. But you also get hardware stuff with this quadcopter, of course. You get a nice carbon fiber keychain holder, very, very nice, not needed, but definitely nice. You get a USB cable, that is, I'm not sure. And ordinarily I'd say I'd rather have spare propellers, but guess what? The quadcopter actually comes with spare propellers. So maybe this is nice because to get to the flight controller, this is actually for the flight controller. It's a mini USB or micro USB, so not USB-C. And it is not hard, but this smaller connector is easy to hook up to the flight controller. So maybe in this case it's good to get this USB cable with the quadcopter. Okay, you see two camera mounts here. You only get one with the quadcopter, and actually it's one for the GoPro Hero 10. Definitely nice to get one. Again, this comes stock with the quadcopter, and I don't see a lot of other quadcopters come with a mount like this. However, I don't have a GoPro 10. I usually fly with GoPro 8, so I ordered me this one as well, which is the same mount but for a GoPro 8. Then we've got this care package. Let's have a looky. I've seen a couple of very nice things in this care package. Also normal things. Again, spare propellers, very nice. We have some antenna tubes which are not needed. No, mine came with a crossfire receiver, so these aren't needed, but okay. You get spare screws, you get some Allen keys, some more spare screws, and some more spare screws. Battery anti-skid mats, a lot of those actually. Okay, cool. We get an extra battery strap. There's already one on the quadcopter, so this is a spare. We get, these are rubber grommets, so these are spares as well. So these are anti-vibration grommets for the camera housing or the camera mount. So these again are spares. We get a prop knot key. Okay, yeah, and this is actually very nice. This is a conversion cable, if you will, from 6S to power naked cameras. For instance, like this. This is a GoPro Hero 8, which I've converted to a naked camera. Partly because I busted it up. Yeah, so this is incidentally the GepRC housing, which I got a while ago. So with this cable here, you can, this camera over here doesn't have a battery, right? In case you didn't know. With this cable you can power a camera like this from the flight battery. Very nice. So yeah, maybe I'm not sure. I already have these mounts, of course, but I could go with a naked camera and save some weight. So that's nice. And that is definitely a nice care package to get with this quadcopter, which already looks nice, documentation looks nice, and it's well screwed together. One point of note, getting it flight ready was pretty easy, easier than I had expected, because I was a little bit worried if I could get to the USB ports and the receiver. I should not have worried. I'm not sure if I can. Actually, I'll show you in the field. That's easier. Yeah, I'll show you in the field. Speaking of, let's see what this quadcopter flies like. Here we go. All right, here we are on this lovely, sunny, not so sunny day with the Cinelog35. Now I have to say that this is not my first flight with the quadcopter. I've been impressed with this quadcopter. It's very much fun to fly. More fun than a Cine Whoop, if you will. It is not a Cine Whoop. This is more of a Cine Racer to me. Yeah, it's pretty fast. As you can hopefully see, the camera angle is steep. And this is what the quadcopter came out of the box like. So yeah, like this, it's pretty fast. So nice. And so what more can I tell you? Yeah, so setup of this quadcopter was very easy. Yeah, no hiccups whatsoever. You can reach all the USB ports. One over here, you probably won't be able to see it, but there's a USB port for the Vista unit over here. Pretty easy to reach. Then there's one other, yeah, there's, let me see, where's the other USB? There's a USB port for the flight controller. A micro USB port, that's a shame. But at least you can reach it easily. Also, mine came with a crossfire receiver, as you can see from the antenna over here. And that was set up correctly as well. And you can actually see the receiver. There's a cutout over here in the prop protector, the prop ring. And you can see the LEDs of the receiver, of the crossfire receiver, and reach the bind button should you need it. I didn't need it, but in case you need it. So that's very well thought out, very well constructed, this quadcopter. And yeah, so a Nebula Pro, right? We will see what it will make of this weather. It's very misty. Can you actually see the background? Yeah, you can faintly see the trees over there, I think. I've never flown a Nebula Pro in this weather. Maybe you haven't either. We will find out today what it makes of misty weather. Yeah, so let me give you a flight demo of the Cinelog35. Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go. Flight test with the Cinelog35 in dreadful weather. Our motors. We are indeed up and away. And okay, so I can definitely see where I'm going. I don't know what the recording will be like, but yeah, this is more or less what I see with my eyes, with my naked eyes. Maybe a little bit less. There's some condensation on the lens by now, as in water. It is obviously very moist, the weather. So it does definitely help that I know these surroundings, this spot. The scenery, if you will. But you can probably see there's like a cloud cover on the lens. Yeah, oh well. So that's what flying a Nebula Pro in misty conditions is like. Here is some goals. I know there are. You can see them now, but I couldn't see them from over here. You see? Now I can see them. Yeah. And it's getting worse a little bit as well. Okay, so this is kind of the worst flight. Oh, there's a person over there and a dog. A dog. Okay. I can hear the dog by now. This is probably the worst flight test in human history. But you can see that the quadcopter flies. And that you can hopefully see that the quadcopter doesn't need a lot of tuning. In fact, in a minute I'll switch to a slightly better recording. That was on a misty day as well, but not as misty. Fun, this. Yeah, not a whole lot. Yeah, there I am. I see a whole lot less than ordinarily. Interesting. So this is definitely not great weather to be flying your FPV drone in. I wonder what analog FPV would have been like. Maybe even worse, because the moisture in the air would hamper your reception quite a bit as well, I think. So where has this dog gone? I can definitely not see where It's a small dog, I think. I can definitely not see where the dog is. I don't hear it anymore, but I saw its owner a minute ago. Yeah, so long story short, the quadcopter I am very much impressed with. This is definitely not a quadcopter I'll be selling soon. And it also means that I'll be doing HD captures, as in GoPro on the quadcopter captures with this quadcopter. That'll be coming up, but I won't tell you it'll be coming up soon, but because, there's the dog, because the weather has been abysmal in the Netherlands. As you might have noticed, I haven't done a lot of videos, and that's mostly because of the weather. Was that the dog over there? Yeah, there's the dog. Oh well, so I'm now going to switch to previous recording to end this video, so you can see that it flies well. And if you are left with questions, hit me up a comment down below. Again, very much impressed. Great quadcopter, and more of a videography racer than a Cinelog. Than a Cinelog. Okay, hopefully I can safely land. Okay, yeah. There's our dog again. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the quadcopter survives. Yeah, again, more on this quadcopter or more from this quadcopter in future videos. Nice quadcopter, and now I'm gonna switch to a better recording. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.